I'm Santo Baines and this is Canary, the vlog dedicated to the magnificent wines of the Canary Islands. This episode we're going to taste a wine that I've been looking forward to trying since I first met it 4.5 years ago. Borja Paris' Igneous Origins Vihadiego Negro 2017. In my opinion, Borja is a superstar of the Canary Islands wine scene. What I love about his work is that he brilliantly fuses tradition and modernity to make excellent wines that radiate charisma. I had the pleasure of meeting him in his winery in the beautiful northwest of Tenerife back in 2017, just a few weeks after the grapes that went into this wine were harvested. And he took me to see the vineyard where they came from, which sits at 700 meters altitude and offers dramatic views up towards Teide, the highest mountain of Spain and the third tallest volcano on Earth. Here, Borja grows a great variety of surging popularity in the Canary Islands, Vihadiego Negro, which, with ample sunshine, can produce dry red wines that can be enthusiastically fruity, meaty, and delicious. This example is a strong 14% alcohol, but because the grapes grow on the cloudier windward side of the island, and because I know Borja is always vigilant to ensure that his grapes do not over-ripen, I'm hoping that it will have the acidity and freshness to give it a real touch of class. Let's find out. Okay, well, the color is great. We'll call it a medium intensity ruby, and possibly just the beginnings of a garnet rim, as this wine has begun to evolve after 1 year in barrel and just over 3 years in bottle. The nose is a real hit of succulent cherries and plums. And there's definitely some black fruit aromas as well. And a burst of aromatic baking spices, like cloves and black peppercorns, which I was really not expecting. These spicy notes might come from the volcanic terroir, or maybe they've been teased out of the grapes by the use of indigenous yeast for fermentation. Or I suppose it's also possible that they might have been imparted by the old oak that was used for maturation of this wine for a year. You know, I really don't know where those spicy aromas come from, but I like them. They add complexity and, for me, a real sense of individuality as well. Let's have a sip. Okay, the palate is really enveloping, really silky. And the tannins in this wine are plentiful, really helping to give it a lot of body. But at the same time, they're quite gentle, almost soft. And the flavors are really rich and generous. Notably plummy, fresh plums, so sweet and juicy, but also sharp and focused. A really, really satisfying wine. Being both packed with aromas and still fresh, still high in acidity, I think this wine has the potential to age very nicely into the future, and I would definitely recommend buying a couple of bottles to lay down for 5 years or more. Moving on to our viewer comment of the day. This past month I was very pleased to hear from Alan in Edinburgh, who recounted a strong memory of tasting a high-quality dry white wine called Las Tabaqueras, which is from grapes grown in the black volcanic soils of the south of La Palma. What really caught my attention was Alan's belief that this age-worthy Canarian wine might even hold its own against some of the prestigious Grand Cru Chardonnays of Burgundy. Unfortunately, I don't have a bottle of Las Tabaqueras with me here in the UK to try with you. But in the next episode, we will be trying a white wine that, at least in the past, has brought me to the place of believing that the Canary Islands wines are definitely capable of standing up to the very best wines of the world. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.